he says, how much more will their full inclusion mean? I would just leave that seems to be part of the mystery. Does that mean that a full inclusion will happen in the future? I don't know. He's not expressing exactly what that means, but just like, wow, how much more riches for the whole world will it mean if the whole body of Israel comes to know Jesus? And this was really made super personal to me when I went to Israel, and I feel like version of honoring when I went and I stayed with an Orthodox family and I learned their language. And I think that now that just this conversation is bringing out, I wonder if they felt honored when I learned their language, because it definitely opened up these relational barriers, like letting a Gentile live in their home. They were observant Orthodox Jews. And I wonder if that is what allowed for certain conversations to happen. And I just remember one in particular around the Shabbat table when I wasn't trying to convince them of anything. I was just asking questions. And I was asking about like the sacrificial system and how you do this and how you do that and da da da. And I I went to my room that night, and I just remember collapsing like in tears. Like, and I didn't really understand what was wrong at the time. And as I meditated on that, and I think what was happening in my soul was I was recognizing that the thickness of the veil over their eyes, and that it was for my sake. Like, there wasn't really anything I could do in that moment to like necessarily honor them, besides the fact that I was there and I was attempting to get to know their culture and their language. But just the acknowledgement in my spirit has really affected the way that I view non-believing Jews. To think like you can have these conversations, you can point out verses in Isaiah and like Jeremiah and Zechariah in their scriptures and say, don't you see how this points to Jesus? And they don't see it, that is, I am a result of that. Like, I get to live out the fruit um of their rejection. And I just felt like this cry to the Lord in that moment of like, please let it be true that you have some type of like restoration plan for them, because I feel undeserving of this. So, not that that is necessarily like an argument, it's just a personal experience. But I think that the honoring can happen in different ways. It could just happen in your own soul, it could just happen in your own recognition. There might be practical ways for that to play out. But that's a way that I personally experienced that.
Thanks.